Harley Davidson. Just the name conjures up images, doesn't it? Images of roaring engines, the wind in your hair, and the endless possibilities of the open road. It's a name that resonates with freedom and adventure, a name that has become synonymous with the spirit of the American road trip. You think of roaring engines, open roads, and a sense of freedom. The kind of freedom that can only be experienced on two wheels, with nothing but the horizon ahead. It's a feeling that Harley Davidson has been delivering to its riders for over a century. For over a century, Harley Davidson motorcycles have been a symbol of American craftsmanship and rebellion. Each bike is a testament to the brand's commitment to quality and its dedication to the rider's experience. From the early models to the latest innovations, Harley Davidson has always been at the forefront of motorcycle design. The company has a rich history, steeped in the lore of the open road. It's a history that began in a small shed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and has grown into a global phenomenon. Harley Davidson is more than just a motorcycle manufacturer, it's a cultural icon. Founded in 1903, Harley Davidson quickly became more than just a motorcycle manufacturer. It became a symbol of freedom and individuality. The early years were marked by innovation and a relentless pursuit of excellence, setting the stage for the brand's enduring legacy. It became a lifestyle brand. Harley Davidson is not just about the bikes, it's about the community, the camaraderie, and the shared passion for the open road. The brand has expanded into clothing, accessories, and even events, creating a complete lifestyle experience for its riders. People who ride Harleys are passionate about their bikes. They take pride in their machines, often customizing them to reflect their own personalities. This passion extends beyond the bike itself to the entire Harley Davidson experience. They form a brotherhood, united by the love of the ride. This sense of community is one of the most powerful aspects of the Harley Davidson brand. Riders come together for rallies, road trips, and events, forming lifelong friendships along the way. Harley riders are drawn to the brand's image. It's an image of rugged individuality, of defying the norm, and embracing the open road. This image is not just a marketing ploy, it's a reflection of the values that Harley Davidson riders hold dear. It's rugged, it's rebellious, and it's undeniably American. Harley Davidson embodies the spirit of adventure and the pursuit of freedom. It's a brand that has stayed true to its roots while continually evolving to meet the needs of modern riders. But even iconic brands can stumble. The road has not always been smooth for Harley Davidson. There have been challenges and setbacks, moments when the future of the brand seemed uncertain. Even legends have to learn from their mistakes. The company has faced financial difficulties, competition, and changing market dynamics. But through it all, Harley Davidson has shown resilience and a willingness to adapt. And in the 1990s, Harley Davidson made a big one. The company faced a significant crisis, but it emerged stronger, learning valuable lessons that have helped shape its future. The story of Harley Davidson is one of perseverance, innovation, and an unwavering commitment to the spirit of the open road. The 1980s were a tough time for the motorcycle industry. Competition from Japanese manufacturers was fierce. Harley Davidson, like many American companies, was facing an uphill battle. They needed to find a way to stay competitive. They needed to appeal to a wider audience. So, they decided to diversify. Now, diversification isn't always a bad thing, but for Harley Davidson, it would prove to be a major miscalculation. They decided to venture into uncharted territory. They decided to launch a line of colognes. On paper, the idea probably didn't sound terrible. After all, Harley Davidson was already selling merchandise. They had a strong brand identity. Why not capitalize on that with fragrances? The thinking was that the Harley Davidson brand could extend beyond motorcycles. They thought they could bottle the essence of the Harley lifestyle. They could sell it to the masses. They released a line of colognes with names like Hot Rod and Legendary. The marketing campaign featured rugged-looking men, riding Harleys of course. The message was clear. This cologne was for the man who lived life on his own terms, but there was a problem. A big one. The problem was that nobody who rode a Harley wanted to smell like cologne. Harley Davidson had misjudged its audience. The core Harley customer, the guys who lived and breathed motorcycles, didn't relate to cologne. In fact, they probably saw it as the antithesis of everything Harley Davidson stood for. The cologne was marketed as rugged and masculine, but it clashed with the authenticity of the Harley Davidson brand. Bikers weren't interested in smelling like they just stepped out of a department store. They wanted to smell like engine oil and leather. They wanted to smell like the open road. Section 5. Skid marks on the bottom line, the financial fallout. The cologne was a flop, sales were dismal. The marketing campaign, which had cost millions, was a waste. Harley Davidson had taken a big gamble, and it had backfired spectacularly. The financial impact was significant, but the damage to the brand was even worse. Harley Davidson had always prided itself on its authenticity, but the cologne debacle made them look out of touch. It made them look like they were trying too hard to be something they weren't. The company realized they had made a mistake. They needed to go back to basics. Section 6. Lessons learned. The importance of authenticity. In today's fast-paced world where brands are constantly vying for attention, staying true to your core values is more crucial than ever. Authenticity isn't just a buzzword, it's the foundation upon which trust is built. The Harley Davidson cologne fiasco is a cautionary tale. It serves as a stark reminder that even the most iconic brands can falter when they stray too far from their roots. The cologne, while an interesting idea, was a mismatch for a brand synonymous with rugged motorcycles and the open road. It's a reminder that even the strongest brands can stumble if they lose sight of their core values. Harley Davidson's identity is deeply intertwined with freedom, rebellion, and a sense of adventure. When they ventured into the fragrance market, they diluted that identity. Harley Davidson learned some valuable lessons from this experience. They realized that their loyal customers were not just buying a product, they were buying into a lifestyle, a community, and a shared set of values. The biggest lesson was the importance of brand consistency. Consistency in messaging, in product offerings, and in the overall brand experience. This consistency helps to reinforce the brand's promise and keeps the trust of its customers intact. Your brand is more than just a logo or a product. It's an emotional connection, a promise of quality and experience that your customers expect every time they interact with your brand. It's a promise you make to your customers, a promise that says, "We understand you, we are like you, and we will always deliver what you need." And if you break that promise, you risk alienating the very people who made you successful in the first place. The disappointment can be profound, leading to a loss of trust that is hard to rebuild. Harley Davidson had strayed from its core values. They had ventured into a market that didn't resonate with their core audience, and the backlash was swift and severe. They had tried to be something they weren't. In doing so, they confused their customers and diluted their brand's powerful image. And it had cost them dearly. The financial repercussions were significant, but perhaps more damaging was the hit to their reputation. This experience underscored the critical importance of staying true to who you are as a brand. Authenticity is not just a strategy, it's a necessity for long-term success. Section 7. Back in the saddle, Harley's brand revival. So how did Harley Davidson recover from this disaster? They went back to their roots. They focused on what they did best, building great motorcycles. They listened to their customers. They stopped trying to be all things to all people. They invested in new product development, and they doubled down on the qualities that had made them an American icon: freedom, independence, and the open road. Harley Davidson didn't abandon diversification entirely. They continued to sell merchandise, but they were careful to stay true to their brand. Section 8. The open road ahead, Harley Davidson. Today, Harley Davidson is still going strong. They've weathered the storm. They've learned from their mistakes. And they've come out stronger on the other side. The cologne debacle is a distant memory. A blip on the radar screen of a century-old company. It serves as a reminder that even the most iconic brands are not immune to failure. But it also shows that with the right leadership, the right values, and a little bit of luck, any company can overcome adversity. Section 9. The final word, staying true to your roots. The Harley Davidson story is a testament to the power of authenticity. From its humble beginnings in a small shed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to becoming a global icon, Harley Davidson has always stayed true to its core values. The roar of the engine, the freedom of the open road, and the sense of community among riders are not just marketing slogans. They are the essence of what Harley Davidson stands for. It's a reminder that in a world of fleeting trends and ever-changing tastes, staying true to your roots is more important than ever. In today's fast-paced world where new technologies and trends emerge almost daily, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But Harley Davidson has shown that by staying true to your roots, you can create something timeless and enduring. It's about knowing who you are. It's about understanding your identity and what makes you unique. For Harley Davidson, it's the distinctive sound of their V-twin engines, the classic design of their bikes, and the loyal community of riders who share a passion for the open road. It's about knowing what you stand for. It's about having a clear set of values and principles that guide your actions. For Harley Davidson, it's about freedom, adventure, and the spirit of rebellion. It's about creating a sense of belonging and camaraderie among riders. And it's about never forgetting the people who got you there in the first place. It's about honoring the legacy of those who came before you and paved the way. For Harley Davidson, it's about paying tribute to the generations of riders who have kept the spirit of the brand alive. Because in the end, that's what really matters. It's not about the latest trends or the newest technologies, it's about the connections you make and the impact you have on others. It's about creating something that stands the test of time. That's what separates the legends from the has-beens. It's the ability to stay true to your roots while adapting to the changing times. It's about being authentic and genuine in everything you do. That's the true measure of success. It's not about how much money you make or how many awards you win, it's about the legacy you leave behind. It's about the stories people tell about you long after you're gone. And that's a lesson worth remembering, whether you're riding a Harley, building a business, or just trying to find your way in the world. Staying true to your roots is the key to creating something meaningful and lasting. It's about being true to yourself and the values you hold dear. So, as you navigate the twists and turns of life, remember the lessons of Harley Davidson and stay true to your roots.